we all know what a great talent Dez is. I used to love Dez, but we also know that Dez has become the favorite of the owner and unofficial head coach, Jerry Jones. And you can tell me Romo's his son. I think Dez is even more of a son than Tony Romo is. And I fear that Jerry, over several years, has spoiled Dez almost beyond repair. It's real close right now. This wasn't ever really Tony Romo's team. This was Dez Bryant's team, because Dez, as we know, according to recent reports, has been able to show up pretty much when he wanted to show up. Late, on time, mistreatments, maybe not mistreatments. He got to do whatever he wanted to do because he knew that Jerry was going to cut him some slack and have his back until Jason Garrett, maybe Jason Witten, back off, leave him alone, let him be Dez Bryant. And we know that Dez has been allowed to take over huddles, demand the football, throw the occasional sideline tantrum without penalty from the owner and the unofficial head coach. And now the big question for me is, will Dez Bryant answer only to Jerry Jones, or will he answer to Dak Prescott? This is now Dak Prescott's team. Dak is going to throw it to whoever is open. Dak is going to take no guff off nobody in the huddle. It's Dak's huddle. And in the big picture, I wonder exactly what Dez has learned over the last 3 games standing on the sideline. I'm willing to bet there are a number of teammates who are glancing sideways saying, why aren't you playing today, big guy? Because again, he was cleared by the trainers and doctors, we were told 3 games ago, but Jerry wanted to ease him back into the fray. Jerry had his back. And I'm wondering what Dez thought, because I know those teammates knew that they won 3 straight games, 2 of them on the road, and they won them impressively. Bryce Butler is obviously knows Dez Bryant, but you know what? He's not bad. Bryce Butler can make some plays at 6'3", 210 pounds, and he's timed in the 40 in his past 4.4. So he's got talent. He might even have more talent than Dez. I don't know. But he's not Dez unless Dez is not Dez. And so now the big question is Dez going to be cool with this being Dak's team? The big question for me is, can Dez Bryant become a great but quiet cog in the Dak attack? I don't know. That's a lot to ask of this kid, because to me, he's still a kid, and he's only known one way, and it's been Dez's way. It's Dak's team, but it's still Dez's way, and I'm very nervous about this going into Sunday.
I'm not as concerned as you are, because I believe that Dez saw the team win without him. He knows if he caused a commotion now, the fans and the media will be all over him. There are 2 groups of people that really care about whether or not Dez Bryant gets his numbers. Those who have Dez in fantasy and Dez and his family. Those are the only 2 groups of people that's really concerned with Dez numbers. Because in the first game, Skip, they lost. So he has a legitimate gripe, says, give me the ball, give me opportunities to make plays. I can help this offense.
Quick point of order.
Okay.
He did drop a big touchdown pass that game.
Go
ahead.
But he only had one catch, 8 yards. So he has a legitimate gripe. Look, guys, I'm a Pro Bowl. I'm an all-pro wide receiver. You didn't bring me here to be a decoy. You didn't bring me here and give me $70 million with $40 million guaranteed to catch one pass. Let me help you make this offense go. Now he's on the sidelines. He sees this offense as a finely tuned machine. So now, if I'm Dak, I go through my progressions, and wherever the reads take me, that's where the ball's going to go. If Dez is not open, I'm not giving Dez the football. I'm not force-feeding Dez to try to say, I got to go in the game and get Dez 12, 13 targets. Hopefully he can catch 8, 9 balls for 100-plus yards. That's not how this offense has been effective. This is not how the offense has been efficient. They need to stick with this formula. Run the football between 30 and 40 times and let Dak throw the ball between 22 and 25 times. That is the recipe for a great dish. 5-1. So I don't think Dez is going to cause a ruckus. I really don't, because he doesn't have a leg to stand on. What can he say? We won, but I only caught 3 passes.
Yep.
Now if they lose, he gonna be Dez, like Dez always does. But if I'm Dak, his commotions on the sidelines, they don't concern me, because I know in the grand scheme of things, I know at the end of the day, I know that owner got my back, because you notice Tony Romo is still not healthy yet.
He's not healthy.
He's not healthy. All along, we said, they didn't put him on IR, even short-term IR, because Jerry said he could be ready at any time, and there's nobody that we could give that spot to that would be more valuable than Tony Romo. Now, after the bye week, Tony Romo, for some miraculous reason, is still not healthy. So now, Jerry has a new favorite son. His name is Dak Prescott.
Well, let's hope so.
So Dez now has to play second fiddle to Dak. Dak, do not concern yourself with him throwing temper tantrums on the sideline, him yelling at his wide receiver coach, Derek Dooley. That doesn't concern you. Look at the sheets. Maybe you don't like the tablet like Coach Belichick, but do what you normally do on the sideline to help your team get to 5-1.
Yep.
Do not concern yourself with Dez's antics or actions. Do not let him talk you into force-feeding him the football, because I have yet to see you throw the ball in double coverage. So that's telling me you're going through your progressions and you're letting the coverage dictate where you go with the football.
Exactly.
Don't buy into Dez foolishness.